In a world filled with constant chatter, endless distractions, and the incessant need to be heard, I want to share with you a profound truth that has the power to transform your life in ways you never thought possible. It's a truth that goes against the grain of our modern society, a truth that may seem counterintuitive at first, but one that holds the key to unlocking the doors to everything you've ever wanted in life. And that truth is simply this: be silent, and you will get everything in life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. How can being silent possibly lead to success, happiness, and fulfillment? It's a fair question, and one that I'm going to explore with you today. But first, let me ask you this. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt like the more you talked, the less people listened? Where you felt like your words were falling on deaf ears, and no matter how hard you tried, you just couldn't seem to get your point across? If so, you're not alone. In fact, it's a common experience for many of us. We live in a world that values noise, that equates success with being the loudest voice in the room, and that tells us that the only way to get ahead is to constantly promote ourselves and our ideas. But what if I told you that there's another way? What if I told you that the secret to getting everything you want in life lies not in being the loudest, but in being the most silent? You see, when we're constantly talking, we're not really listening, we're not truly present in the moment, and we're not able to fully absorb the wisdom and insights of those around us. We're so busy trying to be heard that we miss out on the profound opportunities for growth, connection, and understanding that come from simply being still and listening. But when we choose to be silent, something incredible happens. We create space for others to speak. And in doing so, we open ourselves up to new perspectives, new ideas, and new possibilities. We allow others to feel heard and valued, and we build stronger, more meaningful relationships as a result. But the benefits of silence go far beyond just improving our relationships with others. When we're silent, we also create space for ourselves to listen to our own inner voice, to tune in to our own intuition and wisdom, and to gain clarity on what it is that we truly want in life. I think about it, how often do we get caught up in the noise and chaos of everyday life, to the point where we lose sight of our own goals and dreams? How often do we allow the opinions and expectations of others to drown out our own inner guidance? When we're silent, we give ourselves the opportunity to cut through the noise and reconnect with our own truth. We create space for introspection, self-reflection, and deep inner work, and we emerge with a clearer sense of purpose, direction, and intention. And when we have that clarity, when we know exactly what it is that we want and why we want it, something incredible happens. The universe begins to conspire in our favor. Doors begin to open, opportunities begin to arise, and everything we've ever wanted starts to flow into our lives with ease and grace. Now, I know that might sound a bit esoteric or woo-woo to some of you, but hear me out. Have you ever noticed how some people just seem to have everything they want in life? How they seem to effortlessly achieve their goals, attract amazing people and opportunities, and live with a sense of joy, fulfillment, and abundance. It's not because they're lucky or because they have some special secret that the rest of us don't know about. It's because they've learned to harness the power of silence. They've learned to quiet their minds, tune into their own inner wisdom, and trust in the journey of life to unfold exactly as it's meant to. And the beautiful thing is, this power is available to all of us at any time. We all have the capacity to be silent, to listen deeply, and to connect with the infinite wisdom and intelligence that lies within us. But it's not always easy, is it? In a world that's constantly pulling us in a million different directions, it can be challenging to find moments of true silence and stillness. It can feel uncomfortable, even scary, to sit with ourselves and confront the thoughts and feelings that arise when we're not distracted by external noise. But that's where the real growth happens. That's where we begin to peel back the layers of who we think we are and discover the truth of who we really are. That's where we begin to shed the limiting beliefs, the self-doubt, and the fear that's been holding us back, and step into our full potential as human beings. And the more we practice silence, the more we begin to see its transformative power in every area of our lives. We become better listeners, better communicators, and better leaders. We become more creative, more intuitive, and more attuned to the needs of others. We become more resilient in the face of challenges, more grounded in our own sense of self, and more open to the endless possibilities that life has to offer. So how do we cultivate more silence in our lives? How do we begin to harness its power and use it to create the lives we truly want? It starts with a simple commitment to making space for it. To carving out time each day to sit in stillness, to quiet our minds, and to simply be present with ourselves. Whether it's through meditation, prayer, journaling, or simply taking a walk in nature, the key is to create a regular practice of silence and self-reflection. It also means being willing to let go of the need to constantly fill the silence with noise, to resist the urge to check our phones, to scroll through social media, or to engage in mindless chatter just for the sake of avoiding discomfort. Instead, we can learn to embrace the silence, to sit with the discomfort, and to trust that in the stillness we will find the answers we seek. We can learn to listen deeply, not just to others, but to ourselves and to the whispers of our own souls. And as we do, something incredible begins to happen. We begin to attract people and opportunities that are aligned with our deepest values and desires. We begin to manifest our dreams and goals with ease and grace. And we begin to live with a sense of purpose, passion, and joy that is truly unshakable. So if you're ready to transform your life in ways you never thought possible, if you're ready to unlock the doors to everything you've ever wanted, then I invite you to embrace the power of silence, to create space for stillness, to listen deeply, and to trust in the journey of life to unfold exactly as it's meant to. It won't always be easy, and it won't always be comfortable. But I promise you this, on the other side of the silence, you will find a life that is richer, more fulfilling, and more abundant than you ever could have imagined. You see, when we're silent, we create space for miracles to happen. We open ourselves up to the infinite possibilities of the universe, and we allow ourselves to be guided by a wisdom that is far greater than our own. We begin to see that everything we need is already within us, and that the only thing standing between us and our deepest desires is our own willingness to be still and listen. And as we cultivate that willingness, as we learn to trust in the power of silence, we begin to experience life in a whole new way. We begin to flow with the natural rhythm of the universe, to surrender to the ebbs and flows of life, and to find peace and contentment in the present moment. We begin to see that every challenge, every obstacle, every setback is simply an opportunity for growth and transformation. We begin to approach life with a sense of curiosity, openness, and wonder, knowing that everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to. And in that space of trust and surrender, we find a freedom that is truly indescribable. We find a sense of peace, purpose, and fulfillment that comes from knowing that we are exactly where we're meant to be, doing exactly what we're meant to do. So if you're ready to experience that freedom for yourself, if you're ready to unlock the doors to everything you've ever wanted in life, then I invite you to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and simply be silent. Allow yourself to sink into the stillness, to feel the quiet power of your own presence, and to listen deeply to the whispers of your own soul. Trust that in the silence you will find the answers you seek. Trust that in the stillness you will find the strength, the courage, and the clarity to create the life you truly desire. And above all, trust in the journey of life to unfold exactly as it's meant to. Trust that every step, every challenge, every moment of discomfort is leading you closer to your highest purpose and your deepest joy. For in the end, that is the true power of silence, the power to connect us with the infinite wisdom, love, and abundance that is our birthright as human beings. You see, the power of silence is not just about achieving our goals and manifesting our desires, as important as those things may be. It's about something much deeper, much more profound. It's about discovering who we truly are and learning to live in alignment with our highest truth. When we're constantly caught up in the noise and chatter of the world around us, it's easy to lose sight of that truth. It's easy to get swept up in the expectations and opinions of others, to conform to societal norms and pressures, and to forget the uniqueness and brilliance of our own inner light. But when we learn to be silent, when we create space for stillness and introspection, we begin to peel back the layers of conditioning and programming that have obscured our true nature. We begin to remember the essence of who we are, beneath the roles and labels and identities we've taken on. And in that remembering, we find a sense of wholeness, a sense of completeness that is truly unshakable. We discover that we are not broken, we are not lacking, we are not in need of fixing or improving. We are already perfect, whole, and complete, exactly as we are. From that place of wholeness, we begin to show up differently in the world. We begin to speak and act from a place of authenticity, integrity, and truth. We begin to make choices that are aligned with our deepest values and desires, rather than the expectations or approval of others. And as we do, we naturally begin to attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that are in alignment with that truth. We find ourselves surrounded by individuals who support and encourage us, who see and celebrate the unique gifts and talents we have to offer. We find doors opening, paths unfolding, and possibilities expanding in ways we never could have imagined. Not because we forced or manipulated our way there, but because we've surrendered to the natural flow and rhythm of life itself. And in that surrender, we find a sense of ease, grace, and effortlessness that is truly remarkable. We begin to understand that life is not meant to be a struggle, a constant uphill battle against the odds. It's meant to be a joyful dance, a co-creative partnership with the universe itself. But to truly experience that partnership, to truly step into the flow and magic of life, we must be willing to embrace the silence. We must be willing to let go of the constant need for stimulation, distraction, and noise, and to simply be present with what is. In that presence, we find the courage to face our deepest fears, to heal our oldest wounds, and to transform our most limiting beliefs. We find the strength to let go of the past, to forgive ourselves and others, and to embrace the infinite possibilities of the present moment. And as we do, we begin to radiate a light and a presence that is truly magnetic. We become a beacon of hope, inspiration, and possibility for all those around us, not because of what we say or do, but because of who we are. So if you're ready to step into that light, if you're ready to discover the true power and potential that lies within you, then I invite you to embrace the silence, to create space for stillness, reflection, and inner exploration, and to trust in the journey of life to unfold exactly as it's meant to. It may not always be easy, and it may not always be comfortable. But I promise you this, on the other side of the silence, you will find a life that is more rich, more vibrant, and more fulfilling than you ever could have imagined. You will find a sense of purpose, passion, and joy that springs from the very depths of your being. You will find a connection to something greater than yourself, a knowing that you are part of an infinite web of life, love, and intelligence. And you will find the courage, the strength, and the resilience to face any challenge, any obstacle, any setback that comes your way, knowing that it is all part of the perfect unfolding of your highest path. So trust in the silence, my friends. Trust in the stillness, the quiet, and the calm. Trust that in the absence of noise and distraction, you will find the very essence of who you are and the very purpose for which you came. And from that place of trust, watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Watch as the pieces fall into place, as the synchronicities and miracles begin to unfold, and as the universe conspires to support you in every way imaginable. For in the end, that is the true power of silence, the power to unlock the infinite potential that lies within each and every one of us. The power to connect us with the very source of life itself, and to remind us of the incredible beings that we truly are. And as we learn to harness that power, as we learn to trust in the silence and the stillness, we become unstoppable forces for good in the world. We become agents of change, transformation, and healing, not just for ourselves, but for all those whose lives we touch. So let us embrace the silence. Let us welcome the stillness. And let us trust in the journey of life to lead us exactly where we need to go. Let us have the courage to face our fears, the compassion to forgive our mistakes, and the faith to keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain. And above all, let us remember that we are never alone, that we are always guided and supported by a love and an intelligence that is far greater than ourselves. Let us open ourselves up to that love, to that guidance, and to the infinite possibilities that await us in every moment. For in the end, that is the true gift of life, the opportunity to discover who we are, to share our unique gifts and talents with the world, and to leave this planet a little bit better than we found it. And it all begins with a simple choice, the choice to be silent, to listen deeply, and to trust in the unfolding of our highest path. So take a deep breath, my friends. Close your eyes and let yourself sink into the silence. Feel the quiet power of your own presence, the infinite wisdom and potential that lies within you. And know that in this moment you have everything you need to create a life beyond your wildest dreams. A life of purpose, passion, and joy. A life of abundance, love, and fulfillment. A life that is truly worthy of the incredible being that you are. So let's embrace the silence, let's trust in the journey, and let's step into the lives we were born to live. Together, let's create a world that is more kind, more compassionate, more loving, and more beautiful than we ever thought possible. And let's do it one moment of silence at a time, one breath at a time, one choice at a time. For in the end, that is the true power of silence, the power to transform ourselves, our lives, and the world around us, one precious moment at a time. So be silent, my friends. Listen deeply, trust fully, and know that you are loved, supported, and guided in every moment. And watch as your life unfolds in ways that are more magnificent, more miraculous, and more incredible than you ever could have imagined. Thank you.